Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic and another hot day in another London heatwave today. And I'm going to try and do a puzzle by Michael Lefkowitz today if the heat doesn't defeat me. Now, you may want to watch this now, or you might want, if it's 11 p.m. on a Monday evening, to check out our live stream. We're going to be doing Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, apparently, whatever that is. So do join us live for that if you've tuned in just as this video is coming out, and come back to the video later, or don't if that's what you prefer. Now, we've got other things you can do. There's the No Trump Game Sudoku Hunt on Patreon. Pretty challenging. Give it a go. You might win the chance to collaborate with Simon on a puzzle solve. There's also on Patreon Gridogram and connections videos and crosswords, some very difficult cryptics, including a Saber listener that's very interesting to see. And of course, we've got all sorts of apps which do feature puzzles, including by Michael Lefkowitz. And Classic Sudoku 2 and the Worms are our latest revelations. One of the Worms is indeed by Michael Lefkowitz and is great fun. So you could check those out on the links under the video. But there's also some merch featuring Marty's Rat Run merch as well. But we're going to have a look at this puzzle today. It's called Region Tessellation by Michael Lefkowitz. And I think this may have slipped through the cracks before because it looks quite like another puzzle that we did with a similar but different rule set. So the rules are that we have to fill each cell in the puzzle with a digit from 1 to 9. Now, you can see that the cells are not all squares, although actually some of them are. Others of them are octagons. Cells sharing an edge can't contain the same digit, and each horizontal row and vertical column, that's horizontal and vertical in the orientation of the grid, so that is a horizontal row, and that is a vertical column. Don't worry about this. It's not a row or a column. That's a diagonal. So that's a horizontal row, and so is that. That is a vertical column. No horizontal row. Oh no, each horizontal row and vertical column contains a non-repeating consecutive set of digits, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in any order. So we can treat these as Wren bands. And finally, there are some regions, and digits can't repeat within a region. One of those regions is definitely only 5 cells big. Give it a try. I suspect this isn't easy on the link under the video. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. Okay, so I think Michael said something back when he originally sent us the puzzle along the lines of only 2 givens are necessary, but he felt generous and added a 3rd. And you can sense the irony there, that it's not that generous to give a 3rd digit. Right, these regions are 9 cells big on the sides. This one is also 9, so this one is as well. So most of the regions include all the digits 1 to 9. And the central row and column also include 9 digits each. So those are the kind of houses within this puzzle that are going to contain all the digits. They're going to contain a set of 1 to 9. Now this set, this column, must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because of the 1. Now that means the rest of the box is the digit, the rest of the region is the digit 6, 7, 8, 9. This row is going to be less helpful because although that also must be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 row, it doesn't tell us anything about this column because it doesn't use a complete set within those 3. This can't be 4 because of the region rule, nor can that. Now, this can't be 8 because of the rule about rows. Now, where are we then? There is also this rule that I mustn't forget, that cells sharing an edge cannot have the same digit. So these 2 can't be 1. I doubt that. Oh, well, 8 in this box can't be in any of those cells in this region. It could be in one of those two, and it might not be in the region at all. What on earth are we meant to conclude in this puzzle? There does have to be. Yeah, okay, here's two interesting deductions together. I mean, they're not deductions. This is a statement of fact that there has to be an 8 in this column of 9 digits. Oh, I was going to say there also has to be an 8 in this column of 8 digits, but you'll have noticed this is a column of 7 digits, so there doesn't have to be an 8 in it. However, there is a very general, no, I'm going to make a more general point. It's not about 8s, it's about various digits. These 3 columns all have at least 7 digits. Now, when you're making a run of Sudoku digits, like a Renban, and you're making 7 of them together, you can either start at 1 and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or you can start at 2 or start at 3 and go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, common to each of those are the digits 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that means that within these 3 columns, there are 3 sets of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, one set can be represented in this lower region and one set in this upper region, but we can't have any of those digits repeat. So they must all appear in this set of digits. They must be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, these ones can't be 4 because of this. So one of these two is a 4. Am I not allowed to corner mark that? Yes, I am. This can't be a 4 as a result of that because one of these two in this column is. Now, there's got to be a 1 in this row, and that has to be in one of these 2 cells. The 1 can't be here because this group of cells would have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if there was a 1 in them, and it can't use 4. So the 1 is actually here. This set is 1, 2, 3 in the column, and this set is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that digit, which we've pencil marked as 2, 3, or 5, must be 5. That rules 5 out of those cells, makes this a 6, 7, 8, 9 group. Now, what's going on along the middle? Only one place for 2 in the middle row, and that's here. 3 must be in the central box, and so must 5, given those. So if 3 and 5 are there in this region, these 2 cells can't contain them. And that feels like progress. Now, are there any other? This is quite interesting. Is it? No. I mean, I think I can say that 1 is not in that row, but that's not a big conclusion. This 8 says 8's not in those cells, so it is in one of these 4. Oh, it also says that digit can't be 8. And these are both from 6, 7, 9. I don't know if this... Oh, this row does not have a 1 in it. I do, because again, I was thinking of this as 8 cells, but it's only 7. And therefore, it can't have a 1 in it if it already has an 8 in it. And therefore, well, what therefore? It either has a 2 or a 9 in it, and it definitely has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is also a 7-cell row. Oh, is this an interesting point about how these 9-cell regions interact with the middle 3 rows? I don't know. There's something going on, isn't there? These 3 rows each have to contain 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 for the same reason as the 3 central columns did. And that would have been enough to give us that this central region contained 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But it also means, I don't know, this can't be right. I thought it meant, no, it's wrong, but I thought it meant that this region would have to contain 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 within that area. And that this region would have to contain 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in that area. It doesn't mean that, because there are these 4 cells as well, 3 of which could contain digits from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And since that is a digit from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that is 1, yeah, that is an interesting one. There is no 5 in this region over here. There are 3 5s within this region, therefore, 1 in each row, and only one of them can be in the central box, the region, and one of them can be in this region. So there's 1 more 5 in this region that I've got, this sort of extra cells that I've got circled. It can't be there because that's an 8, and it can't be here because that's touching a cell with 5 on. So one of these 2 is a 5. Now that doesn't perhaps tell me anything except that the central cell is not a 5, because that central cell is touching both of these. Sorry, both of these. The 5 in this row has to be in one of these 2 places. The 5 in row, whatever this is, has to be in one of these 2 places. The 5s can't be in both of these cells, because then there'd be 2 5s there. You couldn't actually find a cell to put 5 in the central region, and we must put 1. So that's good enough for that. Therefore, if those 2 don't contain 2 5s, they only contain 1, and this pair must contain 1 5, and now this digit can't be a 5. And now this region can't have a 9 in. So I'm taking 9 out of this cell. And now I'm going to say that these regions only contain, they could contain 3 9s. They definitely contain 2. One is here somewhere and one is here somewhere. That is 3 or 4. How can I get that to help me? I don't think I can. I'm going to give up on that thought. Oh, 5 is now definitely in one of those 2 cells. I had not appreciated that that had happened. And it's definitely in one of these 2 cells. Yeah, I mean, the conclusion I'm coming to is I don't know how to use this information. This row we said couldn't contain 9. It's either 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the 8 in it would have to go here. And that means these digits must be from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're nearly getting a quintuple in the central row, but not quite. If this digit was a 3, that would be 4, 6, 7. This would be a 5. But this digit could be a 2, and that scuppers the conclusion I'm trying to reach there. Some good breakthroughs made, but not quite enough. What is this digit if not a 5? It's touching 1, 2, and 8, so it's not any of them. It's not 3, 4, 5. Oh no, it could be 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7, which appear 3 times in the central columns. Oh, there's an interesting thing. Right. These 3 rows again. They contain 3 of each digit 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And the central row contains each of 1, 2, 8, 9. The other 2 rows that flank it must contain 4 digits from 1, 2, 8, 9, and we already see an 8 there. They definitely contain a 2 in one of the cells in the final column highlighted. Oh, what does that mean? I don't know. I feel like something interesting is being determined, but they're not telling me about it. There's definitely something interesting happening. Okay, I can't see it. I'm going to need to find something else, which is intensely irritating, if I'm honest. This row again. 5 is either there or there. We've looked at that before. Wow, I don't know what else to do. If I could rule things out of these 3, I know 5 is in one of them. What is in or out of those 3? Well, actually, let's look at these 2 cells. 2, 3, 4 are a triple in this box now. And these 2 are touching a 1 and in a column with an 8. So, we've got an 8 in this column, and therefore it cannot have a 1 in. Well, I mean, I worked that out for this column. I haven't worked for this row. Why haven't I worked it out for this column before now? Well, I have now. Now, this region has a 1 in, and this region has a 1 in. And therefore, there are 2 1s that have to go in these 2 columns, only 1 in each column. And therefore, this column has a 1 in. And this column is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, that's a good deduction. These 2 cells are not 2, 3, 4, and they're not 5, which they touch. So they are from 1, 6, 7. I mean, I strongly suspect one of them is a 1. But that's just speculation. These other 2 cells are also from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What else? What else do I get from this interesting fact? 8 is in one of these 2 cells in the bottom region. 8 is already in this top region, so 8 is in both regions. Obviously, it's in both regions. They're the digits 1 to 9. That's not an interesting conclusion. Wow, I mean, it's so close to telling me something actually interesting. 8 is in one of those cells. These are all from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got to put 1 and 9 into this column somewhere. This region has 3 digits from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there that can't include 3 and 4, and it has 8 here. I'm feeling as though I just can't see an obvious fact here. This was a column from 1, 2, 3. Oh, I don't know how I highlighted that. This was a column from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very tempted to put in the candidates here, but even though there are 7 of them, they do mean that 9 must be in one of these 3 cells. And that's not helpful, surely. Or is it? There's also the weirdness of how are these two ever going to be disambiguated? I hadn't thought about that before. Oh, by this row. Yeah, okay, this row is good. This is a row, and that can't be a 1, because that digit is not allowed to be 5, 6, 7, or 9. That's good. So that's not a 1. This, does it have to be a 1? No. That could be a 5, 6, 7, 9 quad with 1, 8 here. Oh, do we need a 1 in this row? This is very interesting. We are not going to get a 1 into this row because there's an 8 in it. Wow. Suddenly my question has shifted to the number of 9s in these 3 rows. Because there's a 9 in one of those cells and there's a 9 in one of these. That's 2 already. If this digit was a third 9, if this digit was a third 9, then there wouldn't be a 1 or a 2 in these 3 rows. That can't happen because there is a 2 in them. And that 2 in whichever of the rows it's in is going to prevent there being a 9 in its row. So the 2 9s in these 2 boxes are fulfilling only 2 of these rows, the ones that don't include a 2 in this cell. So in the one that does have a 3 in this cell, it is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can get a second 9 into these 2 rows. Interesting. So one of these 7 cell rows is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The other one has a 2 in. Does it have a third 8? For the 3 rows? Don't know. But this digit is now not a 9. It's not a third 9 in the rows. So, has that done anything? 9 is now in one of these 3 cells. Is that along with 8 and 1? No, because 1 could still be here. How frustrating. If that's a 5, that's the 5 in the middle region, that's the 5 in this little 5-cell column. The 5 in this 5-cell row would have to be here. This is quite prescriptive on 5s. We've obviously got that one in play already, and that would be all the 5 5s would be allowed in this 5-region puzzle. If alternative, I'm just going to colour those for a second. If alternatively this digit is a 5, then these don't contain 5. That's impossible. These digits have to contain 5 because this row has to link 3 or 4 there with 6, 7 or 8 there. One of these is a 5. That's not a 5. The third 5 in this region is here in yellow, and therefore all the yellow cells, as I've just discussed, do contain 5. They are the 5 5s. Now, these digits are not 5s now. These cells are not 5s. I have a strong feeling this isn't going to do anything else for me. 3 is in one of these 2 cells, along with 6 or 7. That can't be a 5. This is a 2, 3, 4 set. In this region, we've got 2, 3, 4, 5. This could still be 1. Okay, I'm not shocked that it didn't do anything for me. One of these 2 is a 3, and one of these 2 is a 3. But also, in this row, one of these 2 is a 3. Now, if that's a 3, that's a 3, and that's a 3. And then this row must have a 3. Alternatively, that's a 3, and that's a 3. And then the middle cell's a 3, interestingly. And then I don't know. I don't know whether... Oh, I do know this is not a 3 then. There'd be a 3 in one of these 2 cells. But I don't know if there'd be a 3 in one of these 2 because there doesn't have to be one in that row. Oh, that's frustrating. That doesn't lead to a positive conclusion. Now, we did work out that in one of these rows, there's a 3 here that goes with a 9 in the row. Either right next to it or at the far end. I don't know. Is that useful? Again, it feels like it almost is, but I can't quite see how it works. This column, I worked this out earlier. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's quite interesting. I haven't thought about that in a while. Oh, I haven't thought about this one either. This is very interesting. These digits do not include 5. So they're either 6, 7, 8 or 7, 8, 9 as a group, and this digit must be 8. That is interesting. This was a digit I was kind of despairing of ever filling in when I was thinking about this pair. Now, it does also imply that this trio is a Renban trio that doesn't use 5 or 8. That is interesting, actually. It's either 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4. Wow, that's so weird. And it uses 2 and 3. And these digits, therefore, in the same region can't have a 3 in. And does that tell me whether this is a 3 or not? No, because if this is a 3, this is 4, 6, and 7. If that's a 4, this is 6, 7, and 8. So this one is 7 or 8. 6 is now in one of those 3 cells, and that is inspiringly uninteresting. If that was 2, 3, 4, we'd have 5, 8, 6, 7 in the box, and we'd need to fit 1, 9 in. If that was 1, 2, 3, with 5, 8 in the region, these two would include a 9 again and be from 4, 6, 7, 9. So they do include a 9, but that doesn't tell me anything. Oh, I tell you what does tell me about a 9 is this group of 8 cells, which doesn't contain 1. Oh, yes, it does. That is a possible 9. Sorry, misreading my own pencil marks. Always a curse. One of those 2 digits is a 9. One of those 2 digits is a 9. One of which is in the central column. This is not a 9, because this column is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I established that ages ago. So the only place for a 9 in the top region is there. Now the only place for 9 in the lower region is here. I wish that was going to do something. I know it's not going to do much. Okay, it eliminates 2 from this column, which has now got a 9 in, and therefore can't have a 2 in. So that's not a 2, and this isn't a 2. This can still be 1, 2, 3. Wow. 9, 8, 2, 3, 4, or 5. This digit is 1, 6, or 7. The 2 in the column is in one of those 2 places. That's so useless. But this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 column. That keeps on being useful. So why can't I use it now? If this digit was a 3 or a 4, would that be too many 3s or 4s in rows, in the middle 3 rows? No, I don't think it would. There's 1, 3, and 4 in this middle region. There's 1, 3, and 4 in that set of digits. There's only 1 digit from 3 and 4 in this group, but each of these must have 3 or 4 in. So there should be 3 and 4 in, not 3 or 4, 3 and 4. So there should be 6 instances of 3 and 4 in these 3 rows. And that is going to require this digit to be from 3 and 4. There's 2 of them in that group. 2 of them in that group, that's 4. 1 of them here, that's 5. We must have a 6th, and it's not there, it must be here. This digit is 3 or 4. In this box, in this region, that is a 1, 2, 3, 4 set. And now these cells in the same region are a 6, 7 pair. This digit is therefore an 8 because it's being looked at by them. And this must be a 4 to fulfill the Renban in the row. This is now 3. That makes this 2. That makes this 3. That makes this 4. Now there's no 4 in this row. Right, that was a good run of action. There's no 8 in these cells. There's probably other things to tidy up. 4 is touching this cell, which can't be 4, and the 4 in the box must be here. The 4 in the region must be here now. And there's a 4 in one of these cells, and it's not there because of that. So it's definitely here. And this region does not have a 1 in, because this column, because it has a 9 in. So that's 3. And then there's a 6, 7 pair left. There's a 6, 7 pair in this central box. So that's 3. This is 2 in the same column. That's 3. This is now not 2. So it's 1 and that's 2. Got some 6, 7s left over. I'll try and tidy those up in a moment. In this row, one of these 2 is 8. So this digit is not 8. And in fact, in this row, we've got a 2. So we can't have a 9 because it's only a 7-cell row. And therefore, that's a 6, 7 pair. This digit is a 1. This is not a 1. I learned that a while ago. I'm surely going to be colouring 6, 7s any moment now. Or maybe looking at the Renban. 3, 4, 5, 8, 6, 7, 9. No, I'm definitely colouring 6, 7s now. Let's go red against yellow. That's red in the column. That's yellow in the row. That's red in the column. That's yellow in the region. This one and this one are unknown. Oh, and there's a couple of 8s and 9s complicating things now. Maybe the colouring doesn't do it. I'm sure it must be the Renban that does it, but I seem to have fulfilled the Renban. No, I have not fulfilled the Renban in this column. This is either 6, 7, 8, leaving a 9 there, or 7, 8, 9, leaving a 6 here. So this one is 6 or 9. The only place for 8 in this row is here. That doesn't seem to have done it. That's extraordinary. Right, there must be a cell connection or something that I haven't seen. How are we going to disambiguate 6s and 7s? Or a Renban which takes 6 but not 7, or 7 but not 6? Is it this one? One of these 2 is a 7. Well, I don't know. I feel like the colouring ought to have done the job, but it hasn't. Nines are in one of those 2 and one of these 2. Oh, what am I missing now? Something perfectly simple somewhere. 9s, the other 9s in the grid are here and here. They're not in position to touch these things. Yellow is there, so one of these is red. That means its opposite number here. Well, this is obviously a yellow-red pair. One of these is red. One of these 2 is yellow. Now, if it was that one, this cell would be red. If yellow was this cell would be red. If it was this cell that was a 6 or 7, it would be yellow. That would be red. That would be yellow. That would be red. Why is this so confusing now when it's so close to a finish? I just don't know. Right, let's try and figure it out. I'm sorry, I'm not quite getting this finish. It must be doable. It really is doable, but not by me at the moment. Right. If this one is yellow, that's red, and this then sees red and yellow and must be 9. So if this one is yellow, 9's here, this is red. If this one is red instead, that one sees red and yellow, and that becomes yellow. Hang on, and this becomes 9. So if that's yellow, yeah, no, this isn't helping. If that's yellow, this is red and this is 9. If that's red, this is yellow and that's 9. That's not what I wanted. One of these positions is right and one is wrong. Is there a contiguous cell that I just can't see? Have I put any 6s or 7s in the grid? No, I haven't. Why won't this resolve? If that's red, this is 9 and that's yellow. If that's yellow, this is 9 and that's yellow. One of these two in the central row is yellow because we've already had red. Where is this puzzle breaking? Do tell me, because I just don't see it. It must be in the Renban somewhere. But there just isn't. Oh yes, it's here. There we go. Dear, dear, dear. 9, 8, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. I mean, it's so easy when you see it. It's probably easy when you don't, if you're not a muppet. 9, 7, 6, 7, 9. Let's get rid of the colors because they weren't needed, even though they finally did the job in a way. That one's a 6 down there. This is a 9. No, it's a... Well, something's gone wrong here because it can't be both 9 and 6. What's gone wrong is I wrote a 9 there when that's a 6. This is a 9, and that is the solution. And there we go. Finally solved the puzzle. Fun fact, this grid would still be unique, but not humanly solvable without the given 8. Wow. Well, there we go. We like this puzzle. Good stuff and very clever. Thank you so much for watching us on Cracking the Cryptic, and I hope you've enjoyed the stream tonight as well. Bye for now.